So as I step into the next chapter of my life, going into college, um, I kind of have definitely had a few items that, as you guys will see out of this box, kind of mean a lot to me. But I really tried my best to really dig deep into what's kind of motivated me for a really long time, and it's kind of the best we got. First thing that's kind of peeking out of this box is my first pair of actual running shoes. Oh my gosh! So sports has always been very influential to me, and the first big sport that I did in high school was track and field. I remember kind of being on the fence about doing track and field because for one, it was high school, I didn't know what exactly I was getting myself into. But by the time that I signed up and did a few of the preseason runs with some of the people on the track team already, I really enjoyed it. It really left a big impact on the rest of my high school career, and I ended up doing a lot more with distance running and everything related to it by the time I reached junior and senior year, where I decided to pick up cross country as well, and I loved it. But that's enough about that. Moving on to the next item, we got, bam, a cassette player. Essentially, music has left a really big impact on my life. For example, I started playing the violin when I was, I think, 7 or 9, something like that. I kind of have loved music ever since, whether I'm playing it or listening to it, or I just need something to help me get through those tough nights. My parents didn't really have anything to talk to me about because by the time they moved to America, they were already in their 20s or 30s. There wasn't a lot much that they could really immerse themselves around and assimilate themselves with when it came to American culture. But the one thing that they did pick up a lot of was a lot of 80s music and disco. So when I found that out, it was actually a really good way for me to kind of pick up on some of the things that I never really got to understand about my parents. Next item, we got a rosary. Whoa! So I'll try to be really brief about this, but essentially religion has played a really big part in my life, especially with just trying to understand a lot more about myself. Obviously, I kind of went through that phase when I was a teenager when I started to question a lot of things around my life. But because I also experienced the first few years of being a teenager during quarantine, there wasn't actually a lot for me to lean a lot of my influences upon other than the internet. There was a lot of self-discovery that happened, and again, like music, it was also a way for me to further connect to my parents, because religion actually played a really big part in their upbringing. Overall, I could probably not go anywhere without this, and I'm lucky to have it in such a sleek and compact form factor. Last thing to come out of this box. I gotta stir it up for big suspense, all right? Bam! This is my nursing clinicals ID badge that I got from Arapahoe Community College. A big part of my life has obviously been education, but the thing that I struggled with figuring out was what was that education going to lead to. For a really long time, my parents just said, all it takes is good, hard, and honest work, and you'd get into a college of your choosing. But for a long time, I didn't really know what I wanted to pursue with that education. I feel like with nursing, a lot of it is useful right out of the gates, because you learn something about how the heart works, and you could immediately apply it to your own life. And it's also been a really good way for me to combine something that I also love, which is obviously sports, and implement it into not only my life but also other people's lives, and in a helpful way. which is also why I'm also proud to say that I'm going to be going into nursing for college and majoring in it. It's going to be very, very fun. Now, hopefully with everything that I presented to you out of this fruity snacks box, has kind of served as a really good way to just get a taste of who I am as a person, because at the end of the day, people are kind of complicated. And add to that, even though it's really hard to connect this and this to the same person, hopefully I've done it in a reasonable manner and in a way that it makes sense that, you know, this person who's so many things can also be something that wants to do more with the world around them. And yeah, hopefully that you guys have a good day.